Wanderers, welcome back. I am Amy Zelmer, and I just want to thank you guys for all of your great comments on my last video about my sunroof being super creaky, groany when I drive. Many of you suggested putting more lube up there. Someone had suggested that previously, and they're like, reach your hand up there, and if it's not greasy, there's not enough grease. And it was greasy, but a lot of you suggested just even put more. They're like, never too much. So I had looked up what Ford recommended for the sunroof, and it's this teeny tiny little thing of grease for like $40. And so I was like, well, let's go up to AutoZone, see if they have a suggestion. And he actually suggested like a spray dry lube like you would use on the slide out. And I'm like, oh, hey, you know, I already own that. And then I remembered, oh, hey, yeah, I don't have my camper. It's still at the dealer. If you've been following along, it's been there almost an entire freaking month now. They can't seem to figure out why I can't open the gray and black pulls. One of the techs can get it open, no problem, and everybody else struggles with it, including me. So I don't know. I'm supposed to leave in 10 days. Yeah, I'm a little stressed, so I'm trying to take my mind off it all by dealing with my sunroof for right now. So the guy there recommended a dry lube like you would use on a slide, because then it doesn't attract, it's raining leaves into my truck, because then it doesn't attract dirt and gunk that can get caught into the grease. So I went and bought another one. It's dry lube, and it's specifically for like slide outs and other things. So I did give it a good spray in the tracks, and I'd say it reduced the creak and the groan. It's not gone, but it maybe reduced it a little bit. So I'm like, well, let's give it another whirl. Let's give it another shot of dry lube, and just see if we can continue to reduce some of the noise that it's producing. Because like I said, it drives me a little bit batty. Other people don't notice it, but it drives me batty. If I have the radio on, I don't hear it, but I often drive without any radio or anything. Which that's another story for another day, because a lot of people think I'm really weird. But I love driving in silence. It's very soothing for me. Anyway, so let's give it a few more shots and see how it does. So I'm opening and closing it a few times to just kind of distribute some of that lube. Hopefully get it all over the track. I'm also realizing I really need to clean all my windows. They're pretty filthy on the inside. I also did spray the back window. My back window slides open as well. So I gave that some spray as well. I don't seem to hear the rattle all the way back the way that I hear it. It's definitely like in this general vicinity. So hoping that if I just kind of keep it lubed, that maybe it'll help reduce all of that rattle, creaky, groany noise. So somebody also brought up the point that if it's rattling, and like you guys could hear it in the video, and they brought up the point that, you know, if these two panes of glass are just kind of floating there, they don't have a whole lot of support and they can break. And apparently there's been recalls on some brands of the panoramic. As far as I know, there were no recalls on mine, because they looked all that up when I brought it in for some work. So don't want it to break. That would not be fun. So hopefully we do our job with the dry lube. Just a few leaves came in through there. 'Tis the season. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean my windows while I'm out here. Not a commercial, not sponsored, but I love my Norwex cloths. This is one of their glass cloths. You just get a little bit damp and you just clean your window with it, and it does not streak. It is the most fantastic thing. I was skeptical, and then the first time I used it for the inside of my windows, I was kind of blown away by how well it worked. The one spot, because sometimes I can't quite reach that middle part of my windshield, the one spot I couldn't reach had streaks. The rest of the windshield was beautiful. So let's go ahead and clean our windows. We got all the interior windows cleaned. I even cleaned the inside of our sunroof. It's really dirty on the outside. I'll give it one more pass through. All right, so I have a hack for you. I learned this from my friend. Get one of these dusters. This one came from Target. It was like $2-3, but you can also get a dollar store one. I keep this right down here on the driver's side, and when I'm just like waiting in the drive-thru at Starbucks or whatever, I just give my dash and all my head screen and all this, I give it a nice little swipe. Takes 30 seconds and it keeps my truck looking like I just detailed it. It's like my favorite little hack. Takes no time at all. So like I said, I plan to leave in 10 days. My plan has always been to leave on the 25th before I head to Iowa for my conference on the 26th. And then I plan to leave from Iowa. So, like I said, I haven't had my camper for almost an entire month. It'll be a month on Thursday. Super frustrated. I will give you guys a full and complete update on that once the whole situation's resolved. I'm hopeful that they're going to come through for me and get it fixed, and I can be on the road next week. Fingers crossed. Plan B is I leave the following week. So I would go to the Iowa conference, come home, and then leave. But it just seems so unnecessary to have to go 4 hours south to come 4 hours back and then to go the same way. So keep your fingers crossed for me. Sun positive vibes. I really want to get on the road. I'm ready. Betty's ready. We're super excited. If you haven't already watched my video, I gave an update of where I'm headed. I plan to land in Phoenix for December and January, maybe even February, and then I have to be back up here at the end of March. So have a good general plan of what's about to happen. Mostly have my room cleared out, just waiting on the camper. I got to get everything in the camper, and the stuff that I can't bring, because I won't know until I start loading her up. There's probably going to be some things that aren't going to be able to go with me. So those will have to go into storage. So the clock is ticking, y'all, and I'm really freaking stressed. I thought I was going to have my camper back last week, and that was a no-go. It still wasn't resolved. And anyway, I'm not going to go on about that because I will update you all once it's resolved and share the whole story with you. But for now, I'm just waiting on Winnie to get home, so I can get her packed up and we can hit the road. And the weather is definitely turning, as you saw the leaves falling into my truck. We've hit fall. We're having a couple nights where we're getting near freezing, so that's stressing me out a little bit too. I want to be on the road before we hit that hard freeze. And our weather has been unseasonably warm, so I'm not complaining. But I want to get on the road, y'all, and I'm so ready. I'm so ready. I'm also extremely nervous, overwhelmed, anxious, lots of other adjectives. But you know, it's going to be great. I'm going to meet so many cool people. I'm going to have some cool adventures. I can't wait to share them with you here on YouTube. My hope is I hope to share Route 66 with you. I hope to show a bunch of attractions in Arizona with you. Getting my updated National Parks Pass so I can hit some of those national parks along the way. Yeah, I'm just really excited, and I want to get on the road. I'm itching. I'm feeling really unprepared right now. I'm feeling really behind schedule because I don't have my camper. Like, having it gone for a month was not part of the plan. You know, those freaking valves should have been working like a charm from the beginning. So super disappointed in that. But you know, here we are. I know that there's something I meant to learn from this, or something that I will gain from this. And it'll all turn out how it's meant to turn out, and it'll be beautiful. But just feeling a little stressed and nervous. So send me all those good vibes, y'all. Send Winnie good vibes. Send the text good vibes. Send everybody good vibes that we can get on the road in about 10 days. So, whew, big breath. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for following along on this adventure. I'm so happy to have you here. This is why I have my YouTube channel. You know, it's here for me to document my journey, but it's more here for you. For any of you that are hoping to get started in RV life, or maybe you've already begun, or maybe you just want to follow along and see the beautiful country and live vicariously through my adventures. I'm all here for that. All right. You got me. So drop a comment below. Let me know where you're watching from, what kind of content you want to see. Be sure to hit the like button. The like button helps YouTube, helps get my videos out there in the algorithm, and hit the subscribe button so that you never miss any of my content. Thanks for following along. I hope my next video is good news, and I'll see you soon.